So, are you ready for tonight's headliner?
Woo! Who
Make
was that?
noise. It's not time for toe tags. Please give it up for the amazing Jerry. What Diamond? Woo! Woo!
How's everybody doing tonight? Woo!
Good. Woo!
Thank you, Christy, for doing this. Thank you all. Thank you all so much. Yes, my name is Jerry Dymond. I spelled with a Y, not an I. Why? Because I'm poor. That's right. How poor am I? Recently, a credit card company calls me and say, "Hey, Mr. Diamond, you have $10,000 back credit card payment. You ever going to pay us?" I'm like, "Yeah. When I get the money, you'll get the money." And they're like, "Well, are you working? You have a job or anything like that?" I said, "Yes, I do." "What do you do for a living, Mr. Diamond?" I said, "I'm a stand-up comedian." "How's that working out for you?" I'm like, "Are you receiving any money from me yet?" What the what? But I've been poor all my life. I've been poor since I was born. And when we were younger, we couldn't afford coloring books. So I was a young kid with freckles. They looked like Opie Taylor, Ron Howard from, Happy Days in the Andy Griffith Show. So my brother would take a marker, start drawing on me. They make a pictures of baseball, or they put pictures of planets, or a picture of a dick. Because I was apparently the biggest dick in the head in the family. What the what? Yeah, that was me. Um, I've been married and divorced twice, not because I was in love. I used to be an alcoholic. I don't drink anymore. um, my first wife, she was an alcoholic too. Her name was Patty, and we had a nickname. Used to call her Pumpkin because around the holidays she'd always get smashed. We both would. That's how we got kids. But I have two amazing daughters. I do. My oldest daughter, she's studying to be archaeologist, and my youngest daughter is studying to be a bitch. My oldest daughter, I can't say my oldest daughter is still a virgin. She's 28 years old. Never, still a virgin. Never been kissed. Thank God. And I'm thinking though. I'm hoping that she finds an archaeologist also to marry, because that way, the older she gets, the more interesting he'll find her. Just find the right person. And my youngest daughter, she has a lot of questions. She asks all kinds of questions, like, "Daddy, how did we get here?" I said, "Mixed drinks." "Well, how'd you meet Mommy?" I said, "Again, mixed drinks." "Well, weren't you married before, Dad?" I said, "Yes, I was." "Was it because of mixed drink?" I said, "No, I went deep sea fishing." I'm a big mouth bass. I mean, ass. But she goes, "But Dad, you've been engaged 20 times, haven't you?" I said, "Yes, I have." She goes, "Well, did you make him?" I said, "Why'd you do it? Was it because you lost a bet or something like that?" I said, "No. My therapist told me I needed a hobby, and they were it." But my daughter goes, "Dad, do you make all you women laugh?" I said, "Yes, I have. Every time I took my pants down and they had them going to Subway because they were guaranteed to get 6 inches or more." Story of my life. I am the king of laughter. I laugh at everything. And my daughter says, "Do you laugh at your own jokes, Daddy?" I said, "Yes, I do." "But why is that?" I said, "Because nobody else does." But I live an interesting life. I had an interesting week. Like I went to the convenience store and get a drink, and I ended up getting a free pizza. How'd you say? Well, recently, the sales clerk, took an order from a customer for a pizza, you know, and apparently the sales clerk forgot to write down what kind of pizza he wanted, was a pepperoni or cheese pizza. So they made both. And when the customer showed up, the clerk goes, "I forgot to write down your order." And the customer said, "I forgot what I wanted." But he took the pepperoni pizza. I'm like, I got the cheese pizza because I'm a cheesy person. Just like my sex life, cheesy. What the what? Another interesting thing happened to me was I was at a show recently, and a live show, and I was supposed to be number one on the list to go up. Okay. Now, if you see the shirt I'm wearing a shirt because just because I get lost, I'll know who I am. Or if I get Alzheimer's, I'll know who I am. Just get nobody to figure out who I am. Instead of pulling my ID out, just wear my shirt. That's Jerry. What Diamond? So, you know, and this guy I've known, who MC the comedy show. I've known him for over 9 years. We've done shows together. I even roasted him. We roasted each other a couple of times back in the day before COVID. So I'm getting ready to go up, get ready. I'm all excited, got my material, I'm all set to go, entertain the crowd. And he calls up as I'm getting ready to walk up, the second comedian to go up on stage. I'm like, what the what? I'm like, what's going on? Wait a minute. And everybody, my family was there, like, oh my God, we thought Jerry was up first. What happened? I'm like, what the hell is going on here? So I said to him, did you forget? I forgot. I totally forgot who you were. It slipped out. I said, Jerry's up next. Jerry's up next. And all of a sudden, it slipped out. I'm like, you see this shirt I'm wearing? I said, I know I expanded my horizons, but still, this is ridiculous. You should know who I am. How much cocaine did you start today? He goes, enough to forget your name. I said, I get women that forget my name, but they don't even store crack. They don't even do anything. They just know who the hell I am. 30 seconds with me and we're done. What the what? It's insane. It's insane. So when I get up there, I figured, wow, here's my chance to embarrass him. And I did that. I put him on stage. So, ladies and gentlemen, I have my set ready, but I forgot my set because of this character. And I said, why did I forget my set? I forgot your name. And why is that? I've smoked a lot of crack. This is the reason why I don't smoke crack, because I'd be like him. Hell, I had women don't smoke. They went to drugs because of being with me. They said drugs were a lot better than I was. And so was the sex part. I'm like, right, that's good. I live an interesting life like this. I worked at the convenience store for many years. And things always happen to me. I had this guy came out one day at July, we had a power outage around 9 o'clock at night and it was dark out. And this guy came out of nowheres. And he's like, I was right. It states in the Bible. It'll be dark for 7 days and 7 nights. I yelled back, you idiots, dark every night. And then I had 3 kids come in one time recently and they said, have you found Jesus? I go, what? I didn't even know he was lost. How'd you lose Jesus? And I said, well, last time I saw Jesus was Sunday in church. And today's only Wednesday. How'd we lose Jesus in 4 days? I'm like, what's going on here? How much crack have you smoked? We don't do that. Well, maybe you should start, I recently, I was at the Funny Bones, where I did a show at, and this guy came up to me and he goes, you sound just like Jerry Springer. I said, what? With or without the beads? I said, you must have heard about my date with my cousin. That's how my bad relationships all started. I went to this girl with a school I've known all my life since grade school. And in 9th grade, we started dating. And we dated for a week. And she's like, Jerry, I got some good news and bad news for you. Well, pray tell. Who says pray tell? Me. And she goes, well, I said, well, what's the bad news? She goes, well, we're related. I go, what the what? She goes, yes, you're my 5th cousin. I'm like, that can't be true. She goes, why is that? Because I don't remember kissing my last 4 cousins. How did I get the cousin number 5 already? And I'm like, whoa, what's the good news? She goes, we can still date. I said, no, thank you. When I get to my 5th cousin, I kind of call it quits. And I was so upset when I'm crying to my mom about this. You know what she says to me? She says, son, if it's bothering that much, quit counting them. Thanks, Mom. I love you too. So before I go and sign off, I just want to say I do a podcast every Sunday. If any of you would like to be on my podcast on Facebook Live, message me, DM me, and I'll have you on. Talk about anything and everything. That's my podcast, about anything and everything. So if any of you always want to come on my podcast sometime, let me know. Look me up. Friends on Facebook, message me. We'll get you on. Talk about anything and everything for an hour. I also do a show Sunday nights, my own personal show with puppets and stuff like that, for everybody. So that's on Sunday nights from 7 to 8, hour show. So I do an hour all by myself. Can you believe that? I did 10 minutes. I can do an hour. It's like my love life. I can do it all myself too. But I don't get any pleasure out of it. But recently I was at a show and this lady came up to me. She goes, Jerry, you had a great set. I loved you. You're funny as hell. You remind me of so many people. Oh, well, pray tell. Again, pray tell. She goes, well, you got the hair, Russ Skelton. You got the laughter, Jerry Lewis. and you get the body of Louis Anderson. I said, well, what about my face? Well, you get the face of Phyllis Diller. I'm like, aren't they all dead? And she was, yes, just like your jokes. My name is Jerry. What the what? Diamond, thank you all so much.
Woo, let's give it up for Jerry Diamond.